Hello again, everyone. Chase here. Hope everyone out there is staying safe and is well. Wanted to talk about something very exciting today, which I like to call my rule of three, which is basically my rule for myself and drinking. Rule of three: I cannot drink more than three drinks in a day, sun up to sundown in a day. Okay. So no matter what happens in the morning, no matter what happens in the afternoon, no matter what happens at night, can't have more than three drinks in a day. And for me, that works because it is simple, it is clear, and that works for me. Okay. Before I had like a rough draft. I could say. I created these three rules for myself, and I called them my drinking commandments. And I really hope that that is not offensive to anyone out there. If it is, let me know. I'll change that up. I'm sorry, but for me, it was kind of catchy and it kind of made sense. So, anyways, I called them my drinking commandments, and there were three of them. So number one was thou shall not drink while partying. Okay, because for me, obviously, like being at a party, being at a bar before, that was a situation where I just had to drink because I didn't know what else to do, right? So I thought that if I created that rule, it would stop me from doing that. Yeah, and it worked. It worked for a time. So that was number one. Number two was thou shall not have more than three drinks in a day, right? So that's the same. That's just the rule that I now live by as my one rule. Okay. And I'll talk more about why I decided to change that in a minute. Number three, if rule two is broken, thou shall go home immediately. Okay. So the idea was if I screw up and I have more than three drinks, I have five drinks, four drinks, I got to go home. Right. And I was going to be very punitive with myself. Okay. So yeah, these worked for me for a time. They were effective. They were clear, but I still found that there was more clarity in just having one rule, and that I didn't need the other rules, right? And that having just one, can't have more than three drinks in a day, was more effective for me. Okay. Yeah, and so in the end, that worked the best. Again, one rule, super clear. There's no room for interpretation. Works perfectly for me. So my biggest suggestion is do not have more. If you're going to create your own rules, do not have more than three. Because, for example, on like Facebook groups, some of these like Facebook groups, I've been talking to people and they have rules that are like 10 rules long, and they're like, oh, I can't, I can only drink on a Tuesday, and I can't drink when like my dog is sick, and I can't drink, right? And it just creates a lot of room for interpretation, a lot of gray area, and I think more opportunities to slip up and end up getting drunk, right? So for me, simplicity and clarity is more effective. It's more strict. Um, Again, more effective. Please leave a comment on this video. What do you think of my rule of three, which is the rule I use now? What do you think about my drinking commandments, which were the rules that I used before? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have any suggestions, any thoughts? Please leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching.